Okay, it looks like we're doing this live video real quick. I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes, see if we can get some people on. I've been kind of MIA for a while. So let's see what we got here. What in the world? What in the world do we got going on here? All right, we're about 30 seconds in. It's been a while since I've done a live video. And so see if we get some people to come hang out for a little bit, and I'll show you guys kind of what's going on. I guess I kind of got lazy. I could have hooked up the mic, so if the audio is really sucking, and you guys want to tell me, I guess I could hook up the mic and grab some zip ties. Take a few seconds, but I just thought we'd pound this out real quick. We just recently moved to a new building. Looks like there's about 13, 14 people showing up. A few more people showing up, and yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna check the YouTube channel right now. I got it on my computer, so I'm gonna make sure everything's going. Oh no, it is going. All right, cool. All right, guys. So we got some people showing up. Cool. Vinny says audio's good. I just got this on my computer. Hey guys. So I'm super pumped you guys are here. Man. So we're finally in our new building. Well, we're mostly in our new building. Everything but none of the machinery is here, and everything got pushed back. So. Oh man, we ended up wanting to paint the building, which I'm going to show you guys here in just a few minutes. We're going to take a walk through the building. I was torn because we talked to a couple of different flooring contractors, and they all wanted about $7 a square foot, and there's 3,000 feet of shop space, so that works out to $20,000, and that's pretty ridiculous, especially when you don't own the building. The thing is, if you can find a building that has 480 volts, we have some machines that run on 480, and so it's tough to find smaller spaces. It's very rare to find a shop space that's, say, less than 5,000 or 6,000 square feet with 480. In fact, most of the time when you find them, they're 10,000 plus. So that's a big deal. You know, having enough current to run your business, having enough voltage, current is amperage, right? But having enough voltage to run some of these specialized pieces of equipment that we have, it's a challenge. It's been a real challenge. And in fact, the very first building that we ever had, the breaker panel and the listing ticket said that there was 200 amps of 208 volt three phase, and there wasn't. Like the panel was maybe rated for it, but the actual service to the unit itself was only 100 amps. And so we had signed a lease, and I even had an electrician look at it, but the electrician looked at the box. He never looked at the service that actually came into the building. So we kind of got the short end of that deal, which kind of sucked. And so for the last few years, we've been running this business piecemeal. I've leased out like we have two 10 by 10 storage units. We had the old space that you guys have seen me walk through, many different times, and we had another place that we had leased to have some of our equipment run out of a bigger factory space. So, anyways, I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour, tell you what I've been up to, and if you see anything that's covered up, it's because there's stuff that obviously I can't show everything that I'm doing. We're actually working on some pretty. I'm working on some pretty big stuff, actually, outside of just stuff for my own business. All right, so let me turn this camera around if we can. Down here. Seems like sometimes this isn't super. So let me just come out here. So basically, you walk in here. We'll just do it like this. So basically, you walk in here. You open the door, and this is the front office. And there's nothing really in here yet. It's pretty empty. This is just a bunch of my metrology tools, and that's a BT30 taper tool cart, a little cheapie I bought off eBay about 2 weeks ago. I've had it all painted in this nice color. This is called Voyage. I don't know if you guys, I don't know. I'm kind of picky. And so this is where I'll be spending some of my time from, right here. And just this little small front office. And I keep, got to keep the important things around. You know what I mean? But this is most of the time where I work from when I'm doing design work and stuff like that. You can see that I've got a replay of this live video going and some books and stuff like that, book rack. So I'll do some design work from this area right here. But the truth is I'll spend most of my time out in the shop, which is where we're going to head in just a second. So you come down here. This is a room that we decided to use for pure media. I'm going to talk to you guys all about this over time. We're going to have some really in-depth conversations about how to build a business, how to create a marketing presence, how to gain momentum, how to how to maximize the use of a space. And I want you guys to think about something for a second. So this is a media room, okay? So if you think about this, I may build like a little thing on the floor, like kind of in the shape of like an oval or a teardrop that pivots. And let me explain to you why. Because we can use nothing but gray for a backdrop. We can split it and we can use this. We can use just this. We can frame it up like this, just like that, or black and gray split. So we have all of these different options to run to maximize our media. Green screen, I'm not maybe against green screens, but it's kind of corny a lot of times, especially if they're not executed real well. And so that's that. This is just some extra space that we'll probably put some shelving or maybe some racking and stuff like that. And of course, that's just the restroom. And let me take you guys out into the shop. Hey, are you okay with being on camera? Okay, so that's Dave. Dave's over here doing a bunch of packaging and shipping and stuff like that. Our other guys we have a couple other guys. They're not here today. They're actually at the other unit. And so obviously big 12 by 14 foot door. That's the break room, which we'll get to here in just a second. These are all just products. We were tinkering with some tape to kind of differentiate some of the categories of products. You can see we had the floors epoxied. And so what's going to happen is over there in that corner over there, it's going to be all four of the CNC mills. It's going to be the EDM, the VF2, the Super Mini Mill, and then a little BT30 taper machine that is that we got specifically to teach classes. I don't know that it'll run anything in here. We didn't need it, but I wanted a smaller mill that was capable for teaching students, and if we wanted to run second op or some light projects on it, but I didn't want to spend the money on like a used vertical machining center, because if a student were to crash that, one of the production machines, I would be heartbroken. So this is this was originally a break room for another unit, but you see it's cool. Sorry, it's a mess, you guys. We literally have been moving like the last couple of days, but we'll probably put a table and chairs in here, and yeah, and that's that. So the floors turned out pretty solid. You see I've got all the electrical done. We paid a company to come in and do all the electrical. Those are two 480 volt circuits. That's all three of these are 208 three phase, and that last one is 208 single phase. Right here, what you guys, there's two boxes. I don't know if you guys can see that right there, but one of those is 480 volts and one's 208. Our current compressor we're going to run for the time being, but I've ordered a 480 volt compressor. We're either going to move that shipping shelf down here, or we're going to build like a nice custom long workbench, and then the compressor is going to go right there in the corner. So we'll run the current compressor as long as we can, and then when we can't, and then when it's time, we'll switch over to the other one. So that's it, man. I'll give you guys I'm trying to raise this up so you guys can see a little bit. That's what we got. So needless to say, it's been a pretty wild ride the last few weeks, and just the opportunity just hasn't been there to make content the way I wanted to. But we will be making content. So I appreciate all you guys kind of sticking around, hanging out. If you guys have questions or anything like that before I kill this live video, shoot them into the comments box, and I'll do my very best to answer them right now. And let's see here. Someone asked how much did the relocation cost? And that's, it's funny. Some people don't like to talk about this stuff. I think it's important to share some of these details. I mean, I guess everybody draws a line somewhere. I can tell you that the rigging company alone was $4,500. The electrical out there was $7,500 before connection. The paint, to paint this unit, I think we paid $1,200 or $1,400. To decommission the Mitsubishi EDM, I think it was $1,500 or $1,700, and I believe it's another $2,500 to recommission it. Haas is coming out to decommission those machines, and I think that's probably going to cost me $1,000 or $1,500. I probably wouldn't have had Haas do that, but the VF2 is still under warranty, and I didn't want to risk it. And so what does it cost to move? A lot, a really lot. When you add in the fact that we epoxied the floors, and not even taking into consideration how much maybe downtime we had or, you know, all the time and energy that we've invested in doing this, we could have invested in developing new products, you know, the opportunity cost type of perspective. It's quite expensive. So, all right, you guys. Well, it looks like that's about it. I don't see too many questions. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update, let you know that I couldn't be more thankful for just all of your support. As always, as soon as this video is done, we'll shut it down and we'll make it accessible on Patreon for all the people that support me. It means a lot to me. And as we get farther and farther into some of the lessons, I've actually had a couple of people here in town that wanted to learn CNC that came and spent some time with me. And I started kind of running through what my version of teaching the fundamentals of CNC, what I thought positive about it. So that's about that, and that's about it, you guys. And I appreciate you taking some time, and we'll talk to you a little bit later.